In the brutal calculus of war, some units are forged in the fires of elite training and tradition. Others are built from the shattered pieces no one else wanted. How did a collection of cast-offs, discipline cases, and green replacements become one of the most lethal fighter squadrons in the Marine Corps? This is the story of a squadron that should never have existed. The story of how the reject squadron flew for 12 weeks, and claimed 97 enemy planes. The South Pacific, 1943. The Allied offensive is grinding its way up the Solomon Islands, a campaign of attrition fought over jungles and endless blue water. The objective, the Japanese fortress of Rabaul. And into this cauldron, in September of 1943, flies a new unit. But they are not welcome. They are Marine Fighting Squadron 214. They are the Black Sheep. Their commander is a man out of time. Major Gregory "Pappy" Boyington, a 31-year-old veteran with a clouded past. He had flown with the Flying Tigers in China, but returned to the Marines a problem. A talented pilot who drank heavily and chafed against authority. His solution was unconventional. He was told to build a squadron from the leftovers. The pilots he gathered were the remnants. Green replacements with nervous hands. Men pulled from desk jobs, their skills rusty. And others, those with disciplinary notes in their files. To the battle-hardened veterans on Guadalcanal, they are a joke. Misfits. Rejects. Their aircraft is the formidable, tricky Vought F-4U Corsair. A beast of a fighter. In the wrong hands, a widowmaker. Boyington has just 12 weeks to teach them to survive. Based at Fighter 2 on Guadalcanal, the training is brutal and practical. Boyington drills them on gunnery, formation, and aggressiveness. His philosophy is simple: you don't have to be a great pilot. You just have to be a great shot, and have the guts to get in close. He tells them to wait until the enemy fills the windscreen. But the war does not wait. On September 16, barely formed, they are thrown into combat. A fighter sweep over the Japanese stronghold of Kahili on Bougainville. As they cross the stretch of water known as the Slot, the radio crackles. Bogies. 10 o'clock high. Boyington's calm, gravelly voice answers. All right, Black Sheep. Follow me. The first engagement is a whirlwind of noise and terror. They claim 2 victories that day. But they also lose a pilot. The cost of their education is paid in blood, immediately. The missions come in a relentless torrent. Day after day. Fighter sweeps over Vella La Vella. Escorting dauntless dive bombers. Intercepting raids. The physical toll is immense, the crushing G-forces, the deafening engine roar. The mental toll is worse, the empty bunks, the silent meals. But something begins to change. The nervous replacements develop a hard-eyed stare. The rusty pilots find their rhythm. They bond as survivors. They wear the name Black Sheep as a badge of honor. And Pappy Boyington leads them, claiming kill after kill, becoming a legend to his men and a thorn to the Japanese. By late October, after 6 weeks of constant combat, the strain is showing. They are exhausted. The aircraft are battered. Then, on October 17, they are sent against a major Japanese convoy. The Black Sheep fly high cover. Below them, the sky erupts. Bombers dive through flak. Japanese Zeros swarm. And then, the Black Sheep are jumped. A diving swarm of agile Zeros tears into their formation. The radio dissolves into chaos. Break left. Break left. I've got one on my tail. Mayday. I'm hit. In the vicious, swirling dogfight, the squadron is scattered. They fight desperately, individually. When they finally reform, the silence is heavy. Several Corsairs are missing. One limps home with a wounded pilot. They have taken heavy losses. Doubt creeps in. Was their earlier success just luck? The next morning, they are ordered back into the air. The pressure is immense. As the Corsair engines cough to life, a palpable gloom hangs over the airfield. The men are flying on nerve alone. They are at the breaking point. Boyington calls his pilots together. No grand speech. He is blunt and weary. He names the men they've lost. And then, he focuses on the craft. He analyzes the fight. He reminds them of their strength, the Corsairs' speed and firepower. They're faster in the turn, he says, but we're faster in a straight line. Hit them hard, and get out. The turning point is a decision, made in the hearts of 26 men. They choose to trust each other. They choose defiance. On the very next mission, they prove it. Encountering Betty bombers and Zero escorts, they do not panic. They execute a textbook hit and run. Using diving speed, they slash through the bomber formation, .50 caliber guns tearing them apart. When the Zeros turn, the Black Sheep disengage, climb, and dive again. It is controlled, brutal, effective. They claim 9 victories. 0 losses. A new pattern is born. They become masters of the slashing attack. A wolf pack. Pilots like John Bolt, Robert McClurg, and Edwin Olander become aces. Their confidence soars. And Pappy Boyington's score climbs, edging toward the record of America's greatest ace from the last war. Their final, defining act comes on January 3, 1944. A fighter sweep over Rabaul itself. The heart of the Japanese fortress. Boyington's flight is jumped by over 20 enemy fighters. In a monumental 40-minute battle over the volcano-ringed harbor, the outnumbered Black Sheep fight for their lives. Boyington shoots down 3 Zeros. But in the chaos, he is separated, hit. His Corsair, trailing smoke, disappears. He is forced to ditch in the water. The man who created the Black Sheep is gone, listed as missing in action. The squadron, now leaderless, fights its way home. When VMF 214 rotates out of combat later that January, their 12-week odyssey is over. The tally is taken. The numbers are staggering. In 84 days of combat, the Reject Squadron is credited with 97 confirmed aerial victories. Another 103 probables. 35 aircraft destroyed on the ground. They produced 9 aces. They helped secure the skies over the Solomons. The cost was 11 pilots killed, missing, or captured. But the legacy was forged in fire. They took a name meant as an insult and made it a legend. Major Gregory "Pappy" Boyington, rescued from a prisoner of war camp in 1945, would receive the Medal of Honor. The Black Sheep proved that heroism is not born from perfection, but from resilience, from bond, and from the sheer will to fight, and to win, against every odd stacked against them. This was just one of countless untold stories from the Second World War. Subscribe as we continue to bring these forgotten chapters of history back to life.